Welcome back to my channel. I'm Anira Harris and this is aniraharris.com. This week's topic is one of my subject, FWS 421, Writing and Storytelling for Animation. And this week's topic is about ideas and characters. Let's get started. Idea is the most precious thing in every storytelling. As a writer, brilliant idea doesn't come to you every day at every single moment. Sometimes it's so hard to find one good idea for even a short story. So how do we find good idea? Well, if you ask me, there's no rules or theory where you can get the idea. Idea may come to you in various ways for different person. Some people, they get idea while in the toilet. Some idea comes while you're driving. But don't worry, I'm here to help you to give a few tips how you can find or develop idea. There's no such thing, one idea and that's it. It's for our movie. Some ideas start from these tiny pieces or a single sentence, and the final result, either you are writing for a series or a movie, it will go through what we call rewrites. Okay, so that the idea will be polished up and developed into a very solid or a good story. Tips number 1 is brainstorm continuously. Brainstorm in a group is better. Some writers, they have a tendency to think on their own because he or she thinks I work best alone. My dear students, it doesn't work that way. You think your own idea is the best one, but do you think Pixar work alone? They have hundreds of crews, which is working in a group always give you a better perspective. So that's why brainstorm in a group is better rather than brainstorm alone. And brainstorm need to be doing continuously. It is because our brain work in 2 phases. First phase is called the creative phase, and the second phase is called controlling phase. Phase number 1 is whereby your rough idea, scattered ideas comes in your brain. So when you move forward to the second phase, whereby the controlling idea, this is whereby you start to scrutinize your idea, polish it up. So that's why the brainstorm idea called continuously. Tips number 2 is whereby everybody loves to do this. Look for an inspiration. Inspiration can come in many ways for different persons. Some from books, when they listen to the music, or when they watch another movie at the cinema and gives another idea to his or her own idea for movie. And some people when they are traveling. So you see, there are so many ways how to look at inspiration. It's just that you need to find what does that work for you. But make sure inspiration doesn't turn into a plagiarism. Sometimes a writer tends to use their own memory or their childhood memory as part of the idea. So for your own self, you might think your childhood memory is the best memory ever, the funniest moment ever to be put into your story. But sometimes it is just funny or memorable to your own self. Not everybody thinks fell from a tree is funny. Some may think that is so dangerous, that is so immoral, and then blah 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 blah. So this is what it means by your memories doesn't mean suitable for everybody. It may just for you, not for everybody. So how do you find this is workable or not? By brainstorm in a group. Another thing that is important in a story is people. Character in your story. So it doesn't have to be a real human. Sometimes a people in your story is a robot, a ball, a tree, a giant, an alien. It could be anything as long that is going to be the main character of your story. Why? Because in every story without a character, there's no story. How you going to move your story if you don't have a character? Let's say, oh, my story is about a wind. Then the wind is your character of your story. Don't say that my story don't have a character, it's just a story. No. It doesn't work that way. There are so many ways to create a good character, but the most important thing that I would like to share here, 3 tips how to create a good character. Number 1, believable. Your character needs to be believable enough in your audience eyes. So let's say you are creating an animation for children. So it is about a funny ghost but lonely. So you need to plant that funny ghost and lonely into your audience mind. Believable to your audience. You can't create an appearance like Conjuring or those scary ghosts. It won't work to the children. Let's take an example. A boogeyman for a children's animation won't look as scary as we thought. Number 2 is memorable. A memorable character must have a good impression in your audience side, such as a Doraemon, very cute, memorable, and what else? We have Ariel, since my childhood, it's still fresh in my mind. Cinderella, and what else? That is still fresh in our mind whenever we sit or talk about that character. Jasmine from Aladdin, or Merida from Brave, Moana from Moana. Okay, those kind of character whereby you snap the names and it is, yeah, this is the characters and the characteristic. So those kind of thing has to do with the appealing of the character, how you create the appearances and the characteristic, how you make it funny. The funny part whereby audience can still remember it even after 10 or 20 years, or the very beautiful side, kind-hearted like Snow White, and people still can remember it even after 20 or 30 years. Number 3 is the appealing itself. So the appealing of your character depend on the design part. So you need to design it very cute. What kind of cute? Is it the eyes, the cheek, the hair, or the lips that make people remember it even after years? It has to do with the design, the appealing, the outfit, the hair, and everything. Another thing that you need to know about working with a character is when you are working with 2 or more characters. Let's take an example like Madagascar. There are few characters in Madagascar movie. Things that you need to know when you're working with more characters is you need to identify every single characters that you put in your story. This character design or the characteristic of A character to the B character and C and so on is different to each other. There's no use if you create similar characteristic. Audience or people tend to get boring. And another thing that you need to make sure is the main character need to stay as the main character, and the supporting characters never overshadow the main character. 7 character archetype. Number 1 is the hero. Number 2 is the mentor. Number 3 is the herald. Number 4 is the shadow. Number 5 is the threshold guardian. Number 6 is the trickster. Number 7 is the shape shifter. Alright, I guess that's it. Our topic for today, idea and characteristic. Until next video in next week, I'm Anira Haris, and for those who never subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe my channel. So for this week's class, I don't have any class exercise for you. But I have another task for you guys. a preparation for your rough proposal. This preparation is for your first assignment, which is idea proposal. So in your idea proposal, I want to see your idea, your characters, and a rough treatment or storyline. What is your story going to be? That's all for today's video. See ya! Love ya!